Stop number 11 on the Castrol GTX Indy Car Series brings us to Road America. The longest of the road courses will be running this season on this Indy Car Series tour. This is a 4-mile racetrack in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. And the Indy cars usually put on a pretty good show here, so we'll see if they do or not today. Well, I'm sure they will, but anyway, 12 laps of distance of this race here today as we get set for racing here. And here's the starting lineup here for today's event. On the pole, it is Dylan Young, the number 2 Verizon Chevrolet. He's on the pole for today's event. He'll be alongside the number 3 Hitachi Chevrolet of Dylan Thoreau. He's on the outside. Row 2, Johnny Gardner, the number 4 National Guard Honda. Will be starting alongside the number 5 Dollar General Honda. That is Austin Geip on the outside. The Target Chip Ganassi cars share row number 3 together. That's Leon Alvarez, the number 9 Target Chip Ganassi Chevrolet. He'll be alongside his teammate in the number 10 car. That is John Arndt. Row number 4 has JT Bryant, number 11 FedEx Chevrolet. He'll be alongside the number 12 Verizon Chevrolet of Lime Rock winner Ryan George. Row number 5 has Seth Cole, the winner at San Air this season, the Triangle Track at Montreal. He's in the number 13 Geico Chevrolet. He'll be alongside the number 14 Honda of Levi Jones, driving for A.J. Foyt. Row number 6 has Alex Hawkins, the winner at Atlanta this season, the number 15 National Guard Honda. He'll be alongside in the number 16 National Guard Honda, 3-time winner this season. It's Dallas McIntosh. He won the last stop on the tour at Charlotte. Then it's row number 7. Row number 7 has the NTN Toyota, the NTN Nextel Toyota of Nathan Hudson. He's on the inside of the next row down. He is currently 5th in the standings. And Joshua Osborne, the number 19 Honda, is on the outside. Row number 8 has the Fuzzy Chevrolet, number 20 of Daniel Olson. He currently sits right now 8th in the standings coming in. He'll be alongside the Texas winner, that is the Klondike Chevrolet car 21 of Sky Commons. Then it's Jesse Turner in the next row down, the number 22 Chevrolet. He's alongside Elijah Gordon in the number 26 Chevrolet, or number 26 Honda, excuse me, is on the outside. Joshua Sakuli in the UFD Honda, car number 27, has the inside of the 9th row, I believe. He'll be alongside Blaine Keys in the DHL Honda, car 28. He won at Canadian Tire Raceway. Then it's the Ford EcoBoost Ford, car 29 of Indianapolis 500 winner Nicholas Romero. He's on the inside of the next row down. And then Amar Stoudemer Jr. in the number 32 Menards Quaker State Glidden Paints Buick. Then it's Zachary Fitzwater, the number 33 Spotify Honda on the inside of the next row. And the number 34 Honda of Marty Johnson on the outside for Andretti Autosport. Then it's one of the Red Bull cars. Pichu London, number 35 Red Bull Honda, has the inside of the next row. And the Sprite Harley Davidson Ford, car 38 of Keith Batson's alongside. Next row down, you got Paul Barber, number 41 Haas Automation Honda. He's on the inside of the next row down, and beside him, Joshua Collar, the number 43 STP Honda, one of the self-proclaimed road racing aces of the NR community. Then it's the number 56 Glidden Paints Menards Quaker State Buick, car number 56 of Sam Rogers. He'll be alongside the number 58 Hess Ford of Jason Blanford. Next row down has James Richardson, the number 60 Valvoline Honda, or Valvoline Chevrolet rather, is the inside, and beside him Nick Gunther, number 61 Shell Oil Ferrari on the outside. Next row down, DJ Curtis, number 63 Honda, and alongside of him will be the number 67 RW Honda of Nathan Hood. Next row down, we'll have the 70 Castrol GTX Honda of Davey Johnson. Beside him, the 77 Honda of Kev Shearer. Here's the command to fire him up.
Drivers, start your engines!
Man's been getting the fire the engines. We get set for racing here today. The last rows here. Lyndon Wright in the number 81 Coca-Cola Honda Chevrolet has the inside of the next row. Beside him will be the number 83 Chevrolet of Derek Pemberton. Then the next row will be the number 93 Target Chip Ganassi Chevrolet of Chris Dodd, and beside him the number 95 Red Bull Honda of a Troxel and Shotgun on the field, and number 99 '89 STP Lotus. It's Levi McIntyre. Penske Racing has the front row for this event here. Then these two actually happen to be battling for the point in the championship, as a matter of fact. Dylan Young and Dylan Thoreau, the Dylans, I guess you might say, in the Indy Car Series, as they chug up the steepest hill in IndyCar road racing. The field will come down, take the green flag, and we are racing at Road America. Dylan Thoreau trying to pull ahead of Dylan Young as they go down off turn number 2, down the what would be one of the fastest parts of the course. Here they come. They're flat out in 6th gear at this point, and they'll head into the turn at about a little over 190 miles per hour. Dylan Young jumping out in front. Dylan Thoreau going into 2nd position. 3rd now is Austin Geip as he takes the spot from, I believe that's Leon Alvarez. Now it's John Arndt who's running in the 5th position, or 4th position rather, with Johnny Gardner running in 5th. And here they come to what would be Canada Corner, or otherwise known as the kink on the racetrack. They're in about 5th gear at that point of the track here. Here they come, braking for one of the hard braking. Dylan Young got into that hard braking zone at 186 miles an hour. And here they come for turn number 14. Yes, there are that many turns on this 4-mile course at Road America. And he will lead the first lap of this race here as they come off, as they chug up that hill. Dylan Thoreau 2nd, 3rd is Austin Geip, 4th is John Arndt, 5th Johnny Gardner, Leon Alvarez, that's Arndt's Chip Ganassi teammate, running in 6th position. Ryan George in 7th, 8th is JT Bryant, 9th Seth Cole, and 10th position Dallas McIntosh, whose win, by the way, at the race at Charlotte, and I made a points error on that one. That's why I had the note on this side when I distributed the points after Charlotte. McIntosh is actually 4th in the points chase, not 5th, and he's a point ahead of Nathan Hudson for that spot. But McIntosh did hold off a snarling pack of cars to win the race at Charlotte. He has also won at the season opener at Homestead, and also, or season opener at Phoenix rather, and also the race at Homestead Miami Speedway. So he has 2 wins on the 1.5-mile oval tracks, and hopes to get a road course win as well. And right now running a solid 10th position at the moment in the 16 National Guard machine. There's Levi Shones and Joshua Osborne, 2 nearly identically painted machines. But Shones' car has a little bit more red on the front of his AJ Foyt powered Honda. He's in 11th. Osborne, driving for Dale Coyne Racing, runs in 12th. That's the Justin Wilson tribute he's driving as well. And Osborne, one of the drivers with one of our in-car cameras here today. Let's see how fast he comes up that hill. Here he comes, 5th gear, crosses the start-finish line. 6th gear, and goes into turn number 1 at 193 miles per hour. That's turn 1. Here's turn 2 on this course. Now down to one of the fastest parts of the racetrack here. And here they come down to one of the straightaways here. That's the little kink of turn 3. And into turn number 4 at 191 miles per hour. And he goes down to about 2nd gear on this part of the course, up the hill under the Toyota Bridge. Turn 5. There's turn 6, I think. Hits the rumble strips a bit. And there will be turn number 7 on the course. And there's turn 8. And that would be turn 9 right here. Down the straightaway to the little part of the course called the kink. That's turn 10. Turn 11, I believe. There's 12. Has to brake hard for that core part of the course. There's turn 13. And that would be the 14th turn of the course. Here comes Nathan Hudson to the inside of Osborne for position. But Osborne apparently hits the turbo and chugs up that hill. But Joshua right now running in 12th position at the moment. And there you see 194 miles an hour heading off into turn number 1. There's Nathan Hudson running in 13th position. Dylan Youngwell continues to lead the race. Alex Hawkins in 14th. 15th position is Sky Commons, who had a big drop in the points after Charlotte. Daniel Olson in 16th position. 17th Pichu London. Jesse Turner in 18th. 19th right now is Elijah Gordon. 20th is Blaine Keys, who got himself back in the championship contention after his solid run at Charlotte. He runs right now currently 7th in the standings, but an okay 20th right now in this race. Amar Stoudemire Jr. right behind him. He's been on a slump, and he currently sits 20th in the points chase right now in the Menards Buick. That's one of the two John Menard machines in the field. Joshua Sakuli running in 22nd position. He currently sits 9th in the standings going into Road America. Zachary Fitzwater right behind him in 23rd spot. There he is in the Spotify car. Nicholas Romero 24th, 25th Jason Blanford, 26th is Joshua Collard. Not the typical run you see out of him on a road course. There's Keith Batson in 27th, 28th position is Marty Johnson, 29th Paul Barber. 30th position right now is Sam Rogers in the other Menards machine. James Richardson, there's in 31st position, Nick Gunther with the only Ferrari in the field. Not a good run for him in 32nd. He sits right now currently 19th in the standings right now. So not a bad season. Was an okay season so far for the Ferrari bunch there. Kev Scherer right behind him in 33rd position. He's had a feast or famine season in the Indy Car Series thus far. As I mentioned, though, a comeback driver in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, though, one of the comeback stories of the season there. Nathan Hood, 34th. 35th is DJ Curtis. 35th, or 36th is Davey Johnson. Then Derek Pemberton, 37th. 38 is Chris Dodd. Lyndon Wright. Levi McIntyre. And last position is Abe Troxel in one of the two Red Bull cars. But right now, Dylan Young's got them all in his rear view mirror at the moment there. So he heads in the kink. That's turn 11, I think. Or turn 10, I should say. Excuse me. And into the hard braking turn 12 at 187 miles per hour. Lap speeds here, as you notice, they're almost 140 miles per hour around this course here at Road America. We see 139 out of a lot of the cars here. There's Levi Jones at 139.6. Osborne at 139.5. And actually the fastest lap of the race right now belonging to, I thought I saw 139.9. I'm not sure. There's the fastest lap of the race right there. Derek Pemberton at 1:39.932, almost 140 on the lap. Let's see how fast he goes into the. There, see right there, brakes hard for, I think that's turn 3 at 100, or turn 4 at 193 miles per hour. But right now, Team Penske has got them all in their rear view mirrors right now, though. 2 of the Team Penske cars, all 3 of them right now running in the top 10. Dylan Young and Dylan Thoreau currently first and second at the moment. Dylan Young trying to make up some points that he lost at Charlotte. The last stop on the tours. We're almost halfway through this race here. 6 in the here. This will be 6 in the books and 6 to go. But he lost a lot of points at the race at Charlotte, and now he hopes to gain it all here at Road America. And right now, but I tell you what though, with Dylan Thoreau though running in second position, Thoreau came into this race 20 points ahead of Young. He actually came into this race with a 16-point advantage on Nicholas Romero, who's second place at the moment. And Romero right now currently sitting in the 24th position. So Dylan Thoreau stands to balloon his point lead a bunch. Sitting right now, let's say you get 1 point per position. So right now, Thoreau would be a solid 22 spots ahead, and that's a 22-point gain, obviously. So, and Dylan Thoreau though, Dylan Young actually stands to actually take second place back from Romero. Actually, if he holds his lead, should he hold on to his position right now. Dylan Young turning his fastest lap of the race the last time by at 1:39.805. So as I said, almost 140 miles an hour a lap. And Road America, a very fun track, no question about it. Road America, as you saw on our ride along with Joshua Osborne, how the track can be twisty at times, you know, but on the other hand, it can be fun to drive. Austin Geip still rides in third position. Fourth is still John Arndt. Fifth is still Johnny Gardner. As they come down through turn number, that would be turn 13. There's turn 14. Dylan Thoreau wondering if I can catch, is there a way I can catch Dylan Young? Well, so far nothing doing at the moment. In fact, Dylan Young ballooned his advantage to over a full second on Dylan Thoreau. Johnny Gardner, strong run here for him here today. Let's take a ride with him. You can see when as they go through turn number 4, the braking, one of the hard braking points of this course here. That's the closing rate very, very quick. As we saw there with Osborne, here hits the rumble strips. There, right there would be turn 7 on the course. Here comes turn 8 and there's turn 8, I believe. There's turn 9. Takes the kink in about 5th gear. See how fast he goes into the hard braking, or turn number 11. And it hits in there at about 188 miles per hour. So the speeds going into the braking points very, very consistent. But Gardner right now is sitting a solid 6th place in the standings coming into this race at Road America. The next stop on the tour will be on the short track. Will be on the shortest track on the circuit at Iowa Speedway. That's where we'll be heading to. And of course also on the road courses, we yet to hit in the road courses at Sonoma and Watkins Glen as well. And still kind of on the fence on doing Mid-Ohio, but I'm not actually sure on that. Leon Albury still in 6th position. There's Ryan George, a solid running in 7th position. He lost quite a bit of ground in the points chase as well after his bad outing at Charlotte, where he came in dead last in the race after starting from the pole. So Ryan George hopes to vindicate himself for that, and he's doing a good job of it, running 7th position. He's turned the first lap, by the way, today at over 140 miles per hour at 140.116. So you actually got some 140 mile an hour laps starting to happen here. In fact, last time by Dylan Thoreau ran 140.011, and Young went a 140.07 on his lap. So, as we said, this track very, very fast. Of course, I can't wait to see how these Indy cars actually will do it. Iowa Speedway, that would be some kind of a race. And that race will be going on for 50 laps, I believe, about thinking here for Iowa. And that, of course, will be the only short track on the circuit. And of course, some people call Phoenix a short track, the first race I ran, but I still say it's a 1 mile track. But anyway, back to the racing here. Dylan Young still leader of the race here. As we take you through the field one more time. Abe Troxel still running in last position. There's Lyndon Wright, car number 81, running just ahead of Levi McIntyre. Lyndon Wright, as I said, has been on a sluggish portion of the season here. He had a good starting spot at Charlotte, but still his luck not the way it was in the earlier portion of the season. Right now, he sits currently 33rd in the points. He got up as far, I think as far as 3rd, I think, in the points at one time. Chris Dodd in the 3rd target Chip Ganassi car, not doing as good as his teammates is right now. His teammates, John Arndt and Leon Albury, is running 4th and 6th at the moment. Dodd running 38th. So apparently the setup not as good on his car. Apparently they missed the setup on his car as opposed to Arndt and Albury's. Derek Pemberton running in 37th position. There's 36th position, Davey Johnson in the Castrol GTX Honda. Davey running in 36th position. There's 35th, DJ Curtis for the 2nd Dale Coyne car. That's the Pippa Man machine he's driving. Nathan Hood running in 34th and nearly won the Indianapolis 500. Kev Shear still running 33rd. 32nd still Nick Gunter. 31st. So everybody's position basically is still status quo. They have been single file all race long at the moment. And for some of these drivers, this will be a solid point state for them. Truthfully, as I said before, as we mentioned, Nicholas Romero's 2nd place in the point states there. He is, yeah, right there. R29, the Ford EcoBoost car, running 24th. At the moment, as we already have 2 laps to go in this race. Joshua Osborne getting around Levi Shones for position. Riding along with Osborne in 11th position. Up ahead of him is Dallas McIntosh in 10th. Joshua currently 6th, currently almost 7 seconds back in the leader, Dylan Young, who will see the white flag this time by in car number 2. There he is, the Verizon Chevrolet, and Dylan Thoreau is gaining. Remember, the lead was over a second at one point. It's now down to 0.3 of a second. Let's see how it is this time by as the white flag waves over Dylan Young. He has 1 lap remaining. And he actually gained his lead actually on a little bit on Thoreau at a half a second. But Austin Geip is right there as well in the number 5 number 5 Dollar General Chevrolet car. I almost said Levi Garrett. That would be the sponsor of next season's Castrol GTX Cup Series on the number 5 car. which will be driven by Andrew Perry. There is Dylan Young rounding through the turn, hoping to hold off the hard-charging Dylan Thoreau. These two have given us many a battle so far in its first 10 races, and here we are in the 11th stop on the tour. Thoreau here Young cuts the rumble strips just a bit through that part of that portion of the course. We've seen a few drivers do that. But Dylan Young knows one little slip and Dylan Thoreau's up on the back wing. Here they come down the straightaway and into the kink. Let's see what happens in the final few corners. Dylan Young has hit his marks perfectly so far as they go down through turn number 11. There's turn 12. 13. Coming down to the last corner, turn number 14. It appears he is going to do it. The Menards Grand Prix of Road America belongs to the number 2 Verizon Chevrolet powered Indy car. Dylan Young wins at Road America. Dylan Thoreau, a hard-fought second-place finish for him. Team Penske will finish 1, 2, and 7 in this race here, with Ryan George finishing 7th in this race. So a solid day for the Penske Racing team. Austin Geit finishing in 3rd position. 4th, John Arndt in one of the 2 Target Chip Ganassi cars to finish in the top 10. Along with Leon Alvarez in 5th position was the number 4 Dan Weldon's tribute of Johnny Gardner. JT Bryant finishing in 8th, Seth Cullen 9th, and Dallas McIntosh holds off Joshua Osborne to finish in 10th position. So there's the finishing order in this race here. Average speed 139.019. That's faster than what we had in some of the oval tracks we've had today. Osborne does come home a solid 11th position. He needed that for points after losing a lot of it at Charlotte himself as well. Levi Jones coming on 12th. 13th, Nathan Hudson. A solid run for him. Alex Hawkins 14th. 15th, Sky Cummins. Daniel Olson. Pichu London, Jesse Turner, and Blaine Keys, and Elijah Gordon coming home in 20th position. Amar Stoudemire Jr. was 21st. Joshua Sekulius is an okay for him, 22nd. He was 9th in the points coming in. That's going to hurt him a little bit. Zachary Fitzwater, 23rd, 24th. Nicholas Murray, that's going to kill him in hopes of catching Dylan Thoreau in the points chase, seeing as how Thoreau ends up in 2nd position in this race. And then Jason Blanford was 25th, Joshua Collard 26th. Then Keith Batson and Paul Barber to top 28, and then there's the rest of the finishing order. There's Marty Johnson, Sam Rogers, James Richardson, Nick Gunther, Cab Shearer, Nathan Hood, DJ Curtis, Davey Johnson, Derek Pemberton, Chris Dodd, Lyndon Wright, Levi McIntyre, and Abe Troxel. The full field rundown. But for Dylan Young, a great day for him from the pole to leading the whole race here at Road America. A dominating performance as he takes home the Menards Grand Prix at Road America. So next stop on the tour will be at Iowa Speedway for the next stop on the tour. So until then, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.